Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerge from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here's Smith to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, Cousins. Dancing to his left. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there for Minnesota.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On third down, Cousins. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Joseph's got it. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he will find the rookie from LSU, Terrace Marshall.
Complete to Terrace Marshall. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
In your face.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing it up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. Going for the Panther touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Jeremy Chin. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 4. Cousins gives way to Cook. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. Powering his way forward, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Cousins now. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's McCaffrey. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes left side. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a full recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Gonzalez now to have the extra point. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On play action, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there for Minnesota.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Throwing is Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Joseph now to have the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Darnold from the gun. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Off of play action, Darnold. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Terrace Marshall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And for Kirk Cousins, who came into the league as a backup to RG3, they were drafted the same year in Washington in 2012. Then he got a starting job. He's been pretty consistent. And on that last throw, Kirk Cousins just went over 30,000 yards in his career. Congratulations, Kirk. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Flushed out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Vikings now to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's brought down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Faking the give, Darnold. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Carolina. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
But Justin Jefferson coming off such a sensational rookie year. He wows him again here with big yardage after the catch.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch. But he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
Cousins will try and throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And some room to work. A solid stiff arm. And all the way down to the 5. A Big play there from McCaffrey.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Off the play fake, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
63 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Panthers 50, Vikings 40.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check 52. Wide, get wide.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Now it's Darnold.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
34 yards.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Smith to return it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all.
This is caught at the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Terrace Marshall.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Play action now. Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They run again on first down. Cook. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. On second down and 4. Cousins. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Whip. Watch the whip. Switch. Undercrush. 58 to Mike, 58.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost are.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by the rookie J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44.
That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news. They got an ad on TV, popping out on them, I'm politicking.